Learning to visualize in 3 dimensions is a really important skill in astronomy, and figuring out how to picture things from different perspectives is particularly important. Part of the reason for that is that most of the stuff in astronomy is happening way over there, so you need to learn how to think about it and build a picture in your head without ever having actually seen it for yourself. One place to start practicing that is when we talk about the phases of the moon. So I have an orange that I'm going to use to represent the moon. I have my head, which I'm going to use to represent Earth, and I have this lamp, which I'm going to use to represent the sun. One thing that's convenient to remember is that pretty much everything in the solar system goes counterclockwise if you are looking down on it from above the Earth's North Pole. So if the top of my head was the Earth's North Pole, from way up there looking down on the solar system, pretty much everything goes counterclockwise. There are a few exceptions, but you'll almost always be right if you assume it's counterclockwise. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take this orange, which represents the moon, and I'm going to have it orbit the Earth once so that we can see how its appearance changes over the course of the month. So I start at new moon, and from my perspective, I don't see any of the illuminated part of the moon. It's all dark from my perspective. And when you go home and take an orange and you try this for yourself, this is what you will see, nothing illuminated. So now the moon goes through its orbit. It's going to go counterclockwise as viewed from the top, so it's going to come this way. Now I see a little crescent illuminated, a sort of sideways smile. So this is crescent moon, and it's waxing crescent because it's getting bigger. I remember waxing because I think about the puddle of wax that grows at the bottom of a candle as it burns. So here I have waxing crescent. It's getting bigger and bigger until I come around to here. I'm a quarter of the way through the orbit of the moon. And so now I see half of the circle that's visible to me illuminated. That's first quarter. I come a bit further, and now I see more than half the circle, but less than the full circle illuminated. So this is called gibbous. I always remember that crescent is the smile and gibbous is the other thing. So here we have gibbous, it's between quarter and full. And so I continue on around the orbit. Now I see the whole entire disk of the moon illuminated, and I see full moon. Continuing on, a little bit less than full, so gibbous again, but now it's getting less and less illuminated, and we call that waning. So this is waning gibbous. I come to here, where again I see half of the circle of the moon illuminated. I'm 3/4 of the way around the orbit, so this is third quarter. I go a bit further, I'm back to a smile again, just a crescent of the moon illuminated, and this is waning crescent at this phase. And then I come back around again to new. You should try this for yourself. You won't really understand it until you've actually sat down with an orange and a lamp and your head and watched it happen for yourself. So I encourage you to go home and try it now.